nearly done, then I can show you that. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about a few things today, and I'm still in Los Angeles. Hello, welcome to today's live stream. My name's Louisa. If you've not been here before, I am throwing spaghetti at a wall. So I am in America for I had an 8-week plan. I've been here since September, but I have some comedy shows coming up. I'm here because I'm trying to do a one-woman show, and there's this one-woman show idea that I really believe in. I'm trying to get off the ground. I've been in the UK for 17 to 19 years doing comedy, performing comedy. Can't get the support that I need for this kind of show. Want to get the support that I can find. Don't know if I'm going to get it here in this country because of what's going on right now, but came out to try and with this dream and with this idea, and I don't know why the timing is not quite right, but it is what it is. We're here now, and I am in Los Angeles. So I'm currently in Los Angeles as the things are happening. I find it difficult to respond to it as riots, because I think it's weird, because riots also can also denote, you know, thugs and people stealing stuff in the street and being difficult and la la la, or protests, because protests seem to have this negative connotation now, and actually what we're seeing is people sticking up for their basic human rights, and people are demanding that their basic human rights be met. And I think that's a different framing to using the word protest or riots. I don't know what the word is for that. I don't know how we change. It's like how we're seeing feminism. Like, feminism has been bastardized and politicized, and now it's kind of seen as a different, you know, as a negative word for many women. And hopefully now it's turning more positive, and we're seeing how important feminism is. But I kind of feel like the word riots or protests or anything is thingy. So I want to talk to you about a few things whilst I'm here. And I thought what we could start off with, because I was like, what do I talk to you about? Because I wasn't going to show up on TikTok today. I'm not feeling particularly wonderful at the moment. I'm finding it hard being here. I don't know really what I'm doing. I'm kind of in a place, and I got a message yesterday from somebody that said, Louisa, it doesn't have to be this hard. Like, stop struggling. Like, just stop. Like, go somewhere where it feels safe. And that's what I'm torn between chasing this American dream that I've had my whole life, and I'm here now, and I've brought my dog here, and I sold all my belongings, I've sold everything to be here, to being here and it being a time that is wild and crazy, and what a difficult time. And what do you do? Like, how do I make peace with the two options, right? How do I make peace with that? Bearing in mind it is only me and my dog. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of where we're at, and that's what we've been discussing all week. So I've been doing live streams all week, and on the live stream we've talked about loads of things. So we started off and we talked about grief, I think, a lot last week. We talked about, thank you, love to interview you on your podcast. Thank you, Lamille. I hate doing podcasts, so I'm going to say no, but thank you. I appreciate the offer. It's really cool of you to ask me, and I should be saying yes to podcasts. I know, I just don't want to. Leaving San Francisco this week. UK, USA has finally fallen. So I'm here. I'm in LA, and I have 5 shows happening in July. We'll see. Like, I hope they go ahead. I hope it happens. If martial law comes in, I'm out. How do you get out before then? I don't know. Is it the worst time? Yes. Is it difficult and challenging? Yes. It feels horrible. It feels yucky. And I've shared a couple of videos on it, and have no doubt about what's happening in LA right now is racism. Like, what we're seeing unfold is racism. It's pure white supremacy. It's exactly what Hitler did with Nazis and the Jews. It's just racism. Like, it's just hate, bigotry, racism, othering, dehumanizing, horrible. And I don't think we can, don't for a second believe like, oh, it's all the criminals. The criminals are the ones that are running the world right now. That's where the criminality is. In fact, I think it should be illegal to be a billionaire. I think it's abhorrent. I think you become a billionaire. You know what happens when you become a billionaire? You have a big party and we name a street after you. Well done. You did it. And then go back, right? And then go back to fucking normal. That's what I think. And you kind of, on a country that's built on, like the US was built on slavery. It was built on the backs of Native Americans. The land has been stripped bare. The humanity has been stripped, like raped, taken, attacked. Sorry, I'm going to use these words. Please don't ban me, TikTok. Please don't ban me. And you see that in the land here, you see that in the land because it's such a vast land. Like the land is actually beautiful here. Like it's an incredible country, which I never really recognized how stunning America is. And what they're doing to the parks and to the areas and to everything. La la. I saw you in Edinburgh Fringe, always wanted you back. Please keep going, sending love. Thank you so much. So I'm out here and I'm kind of, it's kind of, hello Jack, how are you? So I'm kind of out here and I have these shows. I've been working for 9 months to try and get a residency somewhere. I sold all my belongings. I'm doing a show about Mary Magdalene, rewriting her story. Rewriting, basically the premise of the show is how different would the world look if we translated the Bible from a female perspective, because so much of what we're seeing right now, especially as making a comeback, is using the Bible and scriptures and holy lands and holy lands and wars in the name of a divinity. And I'm like, well, let's take that and look. That's my job as a comedian, I think, is to look at social things and show the hypocrisy and the insanity of it and make jokes with it. These live streams are not funny. If you wanted a funny live stream, you're going to have to follow somebody else, because that's not what I do here. I just talk to you about the process of behind the things and what's going on, the reasons for it. So I'm creating this show about Mary Magdalene and how different the world would look if the Bible was translated by women. And I'm out here in the US because the US is the #1 for entertainment. The US makes incredible movies, incredible films, theatre, musicals, anything. Like I love Steve Martin, I love Robin Williams, I love Whoopi Goldberg, I love John Candy, like I love all these guys, right? I love all of these guys, all the Christmas movies, everything. Like I love here, this is what I love here for. And so I've come out with this epic idea because this is the place where I think I could meet somebody that could be like, let's invest in it, let's build a team, let's get this off the ground, rather than the UK where there's a very classist system of this is how you do things, this is how we do it, and if your face doesn't fit, we're never going to let you in. And whether you agree with that concept or not is kind of irrelevant. That's been my experience, and I've been doing comedy for a very long time. I've got a BAFTA breakthrough for it. I know what I'm doing. I have culture shifting, defining amazing shows that my audiences love, and I love my audiences. I know what I'm talking about. So my conflict here is that it's taken 9 months to be here, and I finally have a 5-week residency in a theatre in Los Angeles throughout July, every Tuesday in July. And having a residency in July means that I can do like a mini Edinburgh. So you do a show every week, and at the same time, same place, build consistency. And what's happening now is you can't deny what's happening with the immigration and what's happening with ICE, and it's terrifying, and they're creating terror. And I am a white woman here, I'm an immigrant here, and I feel on edge. I feel the fear, I feel the tension. I shared a story with you yesterday about how I got told to get the fuck out, you dumb bitch, out of a gym class by the gym instructor in a fancy gym. Now add on top of that the tension that you're feeling here, and they have guns outside, like it's scary. Anyway, so I was like, well, what can I talk to you guys about today? What can we talk about? And I've been doing live streams this week, sharing about LA, sharing about thingies, sharing about all of it. And I've been showing up on here, online, and I wanted to show up online, and I was like, it's an 8-week spaghetti week. Whilst I'm not gigging that much, show up online 4 times a week, every day, do a live stream, throw yourself out there with content, because that's the way the world is changing now. It's all content. It's building an online audience, la la la. I'm old school, I like the live room. I don't think I can capture on here what I can do live, so this is different, right? So I've been showing up on live streams, and here's the thing that I thought that was interesting. As I've been showing up on live streams, my intention initially was to show up looking really pretty, to do my makeup, to get dressed nice, to look really nice and attractive, and to come on here and have nice makeup, nice hair, nice outfit, to the point where I'm attractive to look at. So you watch the video and you go, oh, we like her, she's attractive, look, I like her, because naturally we're attracted to sparkly things. And what's happened is every day I've showed up, and it's taken me, and I'm like, you're lucky I show up and I'm like, you're lucky I'm here, I'm doing it, I'm clocking in, but it's hard, right? Because it's hard out there, it's stressful. That's not saying that what's going on means I can't put makeup on. What I'm saying is that I'm trying to show up as I can, right? And a couple of things have happened. This week, I walked down the street, and you're really boring me with these questions, and I just can't be bothered. Last week, I walked down the street in a black dress, and my belly's out, and you can see my bum wobble, you can see everything, right? And I was like, oh, I should be breathing in and making effort, and I'm in LA. And then I thought, this country is on fire. Everything we know is false. Everything you think is false. There is no rhyme or reason. We are getting caught up on the wrong things. You're getting caught up on appearances. You're getting caught up on the appearances. You're getting caught up on how people look. You're getting caught up on optics rather than the authenticity and the reality of shit. And I walked down that street with the dress with my belly out because I was like, actually, the most rebellious thing you can do in a country or in a city or in a time in a world where it's telling you to change and it's all about optics and how things look rather than how things are, is to be authentic and true to yourself. And this week I've showed up on here with all my spots and my skin and whatever. You can see like my skin's not doing great, and my bags and my face, like this is my face, hello, it is my face. And I've been double cleansing this week because I'm trying to get my skin going, so my skin's been breaking out. And I did a post and I shared a video, and the double cleanse is getting everything out, right? And I'm really enjoying it. I'm also like flooding my skin at the moment. So flooding is when you put several toners on. So you put a toner on, and then you put another toner on, and then you put another toner on. I have a shit ton of toners. I've never used them, so I was like, I may as well use them to at least take the weight down on my suitcases when I travel next. And so I've been coming on here with my skin like this, and I've been sharing the clips, and I've been talking online and sharing the clips, and they're getting some views and not much traction, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm like, this is 8 weeks spaghetti at war week. I am getting to a point. What is double cleansing? Double cleansing is when you wash your face, but you wash it with one type of cleanser. So you wash it with a cleanser like a balm, like you get these oil balms, and you wash it with that, and you rub it in. You get a flannel, and you take it off, and then you use another cleanser like a soapy one, and you wash it again. Or you use the same cleanser twice. But basically, you cleanse the skin with something, and then you cleanse it again. That's what a double cleanser is. And this week, I had some comments, and I've been seeing myself online, and I've been seeing myself get grey hair, like my grey hair is coming back, and I'm getting more and more grey hair. I'm 42. And I think what I struggle with, now this is the crux of the conversation, I am getting there. I think what I'm struggling with is not recognizing myself. And I see grey hair and I go, oh, I don't like it. Like, I see myself talk and I love me. Like, I love what I have to say. I love what I talk about. I love that I'm putting myself out there. I love that I'm trying. I love that I'm failing right now. I love that I'm looking like an idiot. Like, I feel like an idiot doing these live streams. I genuinely feel like this is beneath me. I've got a really good skill set that I can't do right now. I don't know how to get there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying my best. In a country where I'm abroad, I'm on my own. I'm not earning an income. I'm trying my best to generate content so that I can get more followers, so I can generate an income, so I can tour, so I can take this fucking epic show to come and see you to a city near you, and it can be full and it won't cost me to do, and I can make money and put food on the table. I'm trying to get to that. So there is an element of like, fuck it, it's now or never, desperation with it, right? At a time where everything's on fire. I like the content and I'm watching it back and I'm seeing the grey hair, right? And I'm seeing the spots on my skin. And I'm going, you should make an effort. You should put a filter on that. You should maybe change that. Why don't you get ready beforehand before you go live, so before people see everything? That's what you should be doing, because it makes you more attractive. People will be seen more professional. People will want to talk to you then. People will want to listen. People will want to tune in. People will want to engage. And then I look around LA and everyone's got these crazy white teeth and this skin that's like this, right? And these lips and the boobs and the waist and the men and everything. And I'm like, who are you? I feel like you're rotten. I feel like you're the tomatoes that I buy in the superstore, and 6 weeks later they still look exactly the same when they should be rotten. And I don't like it. And for some reason, my desire for truth has gone all in. My desire for truth has gone all in. Seeing the images that we're seeing every day and what's happening in Palestine and Gaza, all in. Like, seeing the truth of things, seeing the authenticity of people, seeing the fights on the street, seeing what's happening everywhere around the world. I want to go all in. Like, what is happening? What is happening? And so it's weird that I'm now, I don't know why, but something in me is being like, no, show up without the makeup. Let them see it, and what? But today I dyed my hair, and part of me was like, well, should you dye your hair? Because is that not giving into patriarchy and blah, 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 and you are getting older, blah, 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 blah. Like, should you be dyeing your hair? Natural authentic face is what's needed. That is comedy. Should you be dyeing it? Because are you giving in to somebody if you're dyeing it? And I was like, no, but I don't recognize me. And I wonder how many women feel like this, where your skin starts changing, your body changes, your hair changes, and you go, I don't recognize me. And at the moment, the world is too chaotic, and maybe this is a neurodivergent brain or whatever it is, I don't know. I don't like change at the best of times. Maybe when there's too much chaos going on at the moment already, where everything doesn't feel familiar, the smallest act of resistance could be being ourselves is an act of resistance. Yes, and me showing up like this is an act of resistance, especially in a country that's based on you changing yourself. But B, if I don't look in the mirror and I don't recognize me either, is that another thing that's making me feel more anxious and more stressed? I'm like, do you know what? If dyeing your hair just makes you feel a little bit better, dye your fucking hair. I can't afford to go to the salon to do it properly, which is why my fucking ends are a different colour to my roots, and I didn't even get them all done properly. And I used to have this joke, and I want to share it with you. This was a joke I had in a show called What Would Beyonce Do? And it was one of my opening jokes. And I thought of it recently because I shared some pictures that I had taken. So let me show you the joke. Let me see if you can hear this. Hopefully you can hear. Oh, wrong way. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. Here's the joke. I haven't got Streamlabs or OBS. I tried to download it and figure it out, but I can't. So we're just doing it the old school way, okay?
I've got a big bum. It's massive, but it's behind me, so never bothered to do anything about it. In front of my face, I'll fix it. Behind me, couldn't give a fuck.
That's it, right? It's one joke, what Beyonce do. And it's about having a big bum, and it's behind me. And I have a friend who recently came with me to film some content. So if you see my Mary Magdalene stories on here, if Mary Magdalene had Instagram, actually I need to change it to if Mary Magdalene had an iPhone, so thank you for one of those. I've been sharing stories of that. And my friend also took some photos of me, right? And when she took some photos of me, she took some pictures of me from behind as I was walking towards my dog. And one of those pictures was of my bum, right? And my bum, I've always had a big bum, like my entire life. That show stayed with me, hilarious, but pulled at my heart. It's a beautiful show. I love What Beyonce Do. What Beyonce Do is an iconic show. And there's a picture of me, right? And it shows my bum, and my bum is big, and it's not big in a Kardashian way. It's not big in a juicy way. It's not big in a, oh, she's got a nice big juicy right bum way, like it sticks out. It's big in a, she sits on it all day and doesn't exercise. That's a big arched back way bum. Right, that's what my bum is, always has been. Just it is what it is, and I don't squat, so it is what it is. It looks like how it looks, right? So this is the picture. Hope you can see it. That's the picture. And I was like, oh, don't share that because like your bum doesn't look great. Like it'd be different if you had like a really perky like bum. People are like, oh, her bum looks great. And then I was like, okay. But I also really like the fact it's kind of cool, like it's a big bum and it's mine, that's what it looks like, so why not share it? And I was like, well, because it's not juicy and round, it's not like perky, and it's not like, oh, she squats every day. And I was like, or it is what it is. Hang on a second, because I've just realised I've left some cauliflower in the tray, okay? We're not doing anything about cauliflower and Saturday night, okay? I've just left some cauliflower in the oven and I need to turn it off. Stay there, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere! Alexa off. Let's turn this off. Gorgeous. Whew. Hang on guys, I'm coming. I just hang on, I'm coming. Don't go anywhere. I just need to take some cauliflower out the oven. Ah, please don't burn yourself. Ah. I've roasted some cauliflower. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry. And then I came across this other picture. And it's one of my favourite pictures. It's beautiful. And hopefully when you see it, you'll see why it's beautiful. This. Look at that face. Look at that face. How do you know I'm talking about you? Oh, you think there's cauliflower for you? Do you think there's cauliflower for you? And I love this picture. I love it so much. It's so cute. And again, I didn't want to share it because of the way my back looks, because the way my bum looks, like my jeans, like it doesn't look that attractive or great, and I wasn't going to share it. But then look at Bernie's face, like look at Bernie's, it's pure love staring at me, and I thought I'm gonna post the picture. And then I thought, well, maybe I could cut it and I could kind of cut me out, or I could kind of, and I thought, why? Like, I haven't got truth to hide. I haven't got truth to hide. I haven't got shit to be hide. I've got nothing to be ashamed of. I'm going to the gym. I am going to the gym again. That is what I look like. I don't see it because it's behind me, but it's still me. So I post it. So I post the picture because I like it with me and Bernie in. And I think that's kind of what I wanted to talk about and address today, is how many of us are hiding ourselves, editing ourselves, filtering ourselves. And this isn't oh, you should love yourself exactly as you are bullshit. It's not that. I'm trying to speak to a bigger dynamic of how there's so much inauthenticity in the world, and toxic rot is killing us all, and it's everywhere. And actually, how I think we need to clean it from the inside out, and it's across all things. It's about not putting a filter on this thing. Can you save this live, please, so I can share it after? This is why I came off Instagram and most socials. I definitely hide and then wonder why people forget about me. I need a big bog brush. I mean, this is what you get on. Oh, are you talking about because we need to, I don't know, maybe that was a reference to something I said. Maybe I'm a bit biting too soon, I don't know. If this resonates with you, let me know. I'll read out some of your comments. If this resonates with you, let me know. I'm also aware that what might be happening is that I might be going slightly mad because I am on my own and I'm anxious. And so I'm aware that what might be happening is this is actually anxiety and stress talking. So this might not be a good live stream. I'm also aware of that. This is a great hairstyle. Well, you really nailed that. We're not doing that. What's your thoughts? Comment, talk to me. Let's have a conversation about it. What are your thoughts? I'm aware I'm not slating myself now I have a son. I want to be body positive around it. I felt similarly and almost didn't post, but it was a photo full of love, so I did. That's the thing, the photo full of love, so I did. Lots of people self-editing and second-guessing our faults only we see. I think of so many times I've missed out on photos with kids because I'm critical of myself, right? Well, that's really sad. But in terms of, yes, it seems so silly when you think about it. More people need to be real with so much AI around. Pretty privilege and thin privilege has turned things, so we're turning into lemons. I mean, I've got pretty privilege and thin privilege. I don't know what you're talking about. But am I grasping at straws? I need somebody that's more intelligent than me to articulate what I'm trying to say, because I know what I'm trying to say, but I'm also not getting there. So I was hoping you would do it for me, and I'm sure that you guys will get it. This is not just about posting a picture where you look not completely epic, but if it's a beautiful picture with a beautiful Bernese mountain dog in the background, you should post it, right? It's not just about that, right? Modest too. No, but but this is the thing. And when you say you look hot, I'm not having to go at you, William. However, when you say that you look nice or hot, you get like, oh, like, be humble. Why? I did look really fucking hot. I looked stunning. When I was 22, you're fucking joking. I was slamming. I miss the old days of which you never got to develop. I think we're missing the point. I think I'm not translating the point clearly enough, and I don't know what my point is yet. And it might be me. I'm aware this is probably a me problem than a you problem, because if nobody's getting it, it's a me problem. This is not about posting an ugly picture of yourself. What I'm trying to say, it's not even about knowing our worth. It's not even about that. I'm not articulating this properly. Let me try and I'll vomit and then we'll see what comes out. It's not about posting a picture where you don't look at your best, but it's an authentic or a real picture. I think it's about We are lying to ourselves. And we are lying to ourselves in every aspect of society. We're lying to ourselves about what we look like. We are lying to the outside world about what we look like. We put a positive and an attractive spin on reality. We're putting a filter on things that are horrific. We are not addressing the root causes of problems. We are catfishing the world. Okay, so you are with me, you do get it. So when you look at Palestine, for example, what's happening in Palestine, it's a genocide, and people go, oh no, it's not genocide, it's a complicated thing, and you go, you cannot twist this. I don't care what side of the fence you're on, and I hate that you've made it a side of the fence. It's human beings. It's babies, it's children. And I'm seeing videos of people coming out being like, well, babies will grow up to be, so you've got to get the baby. Like, horrific. No excuses. Horrific. We're seeing a rise also in anti-Semitism. And guess who benefits? Guess who loves anti-Semitism? Nazis. No, they're loving this right now. Loving this right now. Loving this divide. Desperate to be abysmal. Desperate to be horrific. Desperate to be violent, hate-filled. White supremacists are having a field day right now. An absolute field day. They've been desperate for times like this. And we're not by not calling it what it is, by putting a filter on it and a positive spin on it, we are not dealing with the reality of the situation. And I am not qualified or competent enough to have this conversation with you, and I'm supposed to be a comedian on a live stream. And what I am is a human being, is a woman trying to do a comedy show, looking at the world going, what? I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm trying to make sense of it. You're calling it riots and protests on the streets of LA, huge criminals on the streets of LA. And what I'm seeing is you're taking away children from foster families, being taken away, ripped apart. Because because this is the American dream. What American dream? What American dream? And I'm aware not everybody wants to talk about this, and you want light stuff. People want light stuff, they want fun stuff, they want, let's make it easy. I think I told you the other day, the other week, I had somebody messaged me and they said, I dread watching your videos now on Instagram. I follow you for the comedy. I've not seen any comedy. Nobody wants to speak about politics all the time. I don't follow you for that. I'm having to unfollow you. This is why maybe nobody cares about you. I mean, I don't know what the last bit was for. That was unnecessary, but charming. And I was like, she's right. This isn't comedy. Like, people aren't following me for the comedy. But my comedy is only my comedy because it's got depth, and it's only got depth because I'm real with it, and I'm only real with it because I'm authentic and I look at ugly things. My comedy is only as good. My comedy is fucking 5-star epic comedy, makes you stand on your fucking feet, leave being like, that was like oxygen for my soul. My comedy is like that because I make ugly things in humanity and I look at them and go, hey guys, can we look at this and talk about it? That's why my comedy is that. This bit, what you're seeing right now, is me working out how to make it funny. This bit is me going, how do we get all this ugly stuff and put it in a couple of lines to make it funny? Like, how do I do that? How do I make it funny? So when we're seeing these men that are single-handedly destabilizing and fracturing the world right now, how do I put that in my comedy? For example, let me fucking show you, right? Let me show you how I do it. I'm going to show you how I do it. So one of the things that we like talking about, right? One of the things we like talking about on here is incel culture and the rise in incel culture and how that's happened and why has that happened and where has it come from. And it's a rise in misogyny, it's a rise in culture shifts, it's a rise in hate, it's a rise in all these things. Like, where does it come from? How do I address these fears about these psychos running things? How do I address that? How do I address the misogyny and the rise in hate towards women and rape culture and all these things? How do I do that? because I can talk about it you hear, and we can do facts and figures, and I can tell you about different books, like read Laura Bates, read anything Laura Bates has written. How do I then put that in my work? I tell you how I put it in my work. I've got Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene goes speed dating. When she's speed dating, she has to go speed dating. Why? Because she has to meet a partner by the age of 24. Why does she have to meet a partner by the age of 24? Because where she lives, in her village, right, I don't even know where it is, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Magdala, wherever it is, right? When she's there, no, don't worry, I'll get that right. Where she lives, Mary Magdalene has to be married by her 24th year. If she's not married by her 24th year, then the councilmen of the town will decide her fate for her. If she cannot find a husband by 24, the councilman pick one for her. And the councilman in the town is called the International Committee of Men Who Tell Women What to Do with Their Lives. INCEL, the incels for short. So Mary Magdalene's council, head of council, is the incel committee. Now Mary gets to 24 and she's still unmarried. So what happens? She has to go and stand in front of the incel committee. And in front of the incel committee, she gets met by the head of the incel committee member, like the head guy, the guy that runs the incel committee. And rather than making him an incel and making him like a dweeb or a dork, I thought, how can I flip this? How can I make incels really relatable? How can I make them likable almost, even though what they're saying is horrific? How can I make incels feel, how can I disarm them, right? How can I make them safer to be around? And I thought about safety, and I thought about where do people feel safe, and how are you supposed to feel safe, and how do we look to world leaders to feel safe? And I thought religious people, right? So what I did is I made the head of the incel committee like a religious member, so he's like a priest. But I was thinking, how do you find a safe priest? How do you flip that? And I thought of the priest in the film Romeo and Juliet, Baz Luhrmann's version. In Baz Luhrmann's film version of Romeo and Juliet, obviously it's Shakespeare, I thought of the priest there, how he's there with like a flowery shirt on, and like he's a lovely priest. We like this priest. So I was like, okay, how do I make my incel priest like him so he's likable, but we're still under no illusions that he's an incel? Right? And this is how I did it. At the time, they had the Romans, right? You had the Jews, the Gentiles, the Romans. They spoke Aramaic, they spoke loads of different languages, and it never really got to me a thing that the Romans were Italian. I was like, how long has it taken me to figure out that the Romans were Italian? Do me a favor. If you are enjoying this live stream, if you're finding any insight into any of the things I've talked about, support me on Patreon. Sign up on my Patreon, patreon.com/Louisa Omilan. It's the only way that I'm able to do this, the only way that I can survive to do this. I have to come up with a way to make $8,000 in June and July to cover my rent and pay for things and be here. And then I want to get the fuck out, right? If I can hold my head above water till then, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm finding it really difficult and challenging. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, you can also support with a one-off donation, godisawoman.com, support on there, godisawomanmusical.com. You can do a one-off donation if you'd like to. Thank you so much to people. I went up 8 patrons yesterday, and I've had 2 people donate $150 in total, $150 on my godisawomanmusical.com. If you're not in a position to pay for that, or if you are in a position to do that, be like, I don't see the value in yet, I don't want to do it yet, you're mistaken. Do me a favor, like my live stream on here. If you like the live stream on here, what it will tell TikTok is that my content is interesting, that you like it, and if I can grow on here, if I can grow on my TikTok and I can find a way to build my TikTok that I'm making £10,000 plus a month online, I can go anywhere, I can keep doing this, I can be an independent female artist with a voice that uses her platform. I can only do that with your help. I don't know how to navigate this new world. I'm not gigging at the moment. I'm trying to gear change. We're doing this, we're working it out together. Show me that it works or that you like this by supporting me. Show me that you like this by liking it. If you don't like it, then I'll know and I'll have to change. But for now, this is how you can support. Thank you. Now, where was I? Can anybody remember what I was talking about? Let's get to 50,000 likes again. 50,000 likes goes, yep, you're in the right direction. You're doing it. The uncle, the priest. Right, so here we go. So what I've done is I've made a character that's ugly. I made a character that's I made a thing in reality that's scary, that's intimidating, that's ridiculous, but also ridiculous, but they're also dangerous. And I put them in the show, and I've made them very, very likable, and I've made them Roman. And it never occurred to me that Romans were Italian. So what I've done is I've made the priest Italian. So the priest talk like this, but he's the head of the incel committee. And so the way I've used comedy is to undermine him, is to be a bit ridiculous with my impression of him, but also his language. So the way the priest speaks is in a really flowery, ridiculous language. And I've done this on purpose. It's to disarm you. It's to take something that's scary and horrible and actually quite dangerous and to disarm you. And one of the things the priest does is he comes in and he goes, order in the court. Everybody order in the court. Welcome to the Incel Committee, honorable gentlemen in the Incel Committee. So nice to have you here, gentlemen. He does a thingy first. He does a thing. He says, I'll read you the second bit. He does the incel committee, so he goes, we're going to go through our order of the day, but first let's start with our incel motto. Incel motto number 1. I won't do the other 2 because I'll get banned on here. Incel motto, I'll just do the piece and then you can whatever. Order in the court, please, gentlemen, settle, signore. Welcome to the Incel Committee. Before we start the service of the day, let us remind ourselves of our Incel motto here at the International Committee of Men Who Tell Women What to Do with Their Lives. Incel motto, repeat after me. We have 3 of them. Please, number 1. Unloved, unheard, unchosen. Unloved, unheard, unchosen. Then he does 2 more. And then he goes into it, and he goes, voila, thank you for your prestigious presence, honorable gentlemen. What we are witnessing today is of a grave importance. The world is infested with a chaotic, immoral, godless. The devil walk amongst us wearing the skin of a man. Immigrants. And Mary Magdalene's like, Luigi, you're an Italian in Jerusalem. I have a visa, woman. The alien must be deported. The sentence to Armageddon is near. Armageddon closer to destruction. Get it? Armageddon closer to destruction. The fires will cleanse us, my brothers. We must hold strong, for we will walk proudly into paradise through the flames of a burning abyss. But first, a word from our sponsor. Now, here's what I've done there, in case you are wondering. Making him likable, making him Roman, making him ridiculous, makes him likable, and so that you're into him, so you like him as a character, even though this guy is the head of something that's really quite horrible, right? Now, when he goes into it, what I've introduced in there is this idea of that the world is infested, chaotic, and full of a devil walks about wearing the skin of man. This is language that extreme religious groups have used that are kind of praying. This is why they're against the Israel thing, or or they want the thing in Israel to happen or something. Basically, there's a whole group of people that want the destruction of the planet, right? Because they're like, the second coming is coming, the second coming is coming. So actually it's good that everything's going to shit, because what we're bringing forward is the second coming, and Jesus and God will be decided, it will all be horrific, and it will be hell before then. So they want to see hell on earth, which is what's happening right now. So what I've made Luigi say is the voice of that. So what he's saying is, we're seeing, look at all this godless infected devils as they come amongst us. And who are these devils that are horror? Who are these enemy of the people? Who is this enemy that's bringing in the end of the earth? Immigrants, right? Immigrants. It's like what we're seeing right now is an attack on immigrants. It's pure racism. And so by doing the attack on immigrants, the whole point of him saying it's immigrants is that he himself is an immigrant, right? Like, we're all immigrants of this land. So it's Mary Magdalene that points out, hang on, like, you're fucking Italian in Jerusalem. And he's like, I have a visa. Like, it just points out the absurdity of it, which is what comedy does. It points out the absurdity and insanity of it. I know I probably should be sharing this stuff on here, because that's how I'll go up in followers, rather than just sharing my thoughts behind the scenes. But this is what I like doing, the behind the scenes. If you like this live stream and you don't follow me, would you do me a favour and follow? Give me a follow. Follow my account. Join in. And then Luigi goes into the Armageddon, because the idea is that we're bringing forward the second coming, and we need the Armageddon, right? The destruction of the world. Thank you for your thought process. Join my fan club. Yeah, guys, sign up to my Patreon, patreon.com/Louisa Omerland. Anyone that signs up to my Patreon whilst I'm on a live stream gets a song. Ask William yesterday. He got a song. Okay? You get a song. The idea is the second coming and then Armageddon. So he says, am I getting closer to destruction? Because actually that's what they say, but I've made it a joke by being like, am I getting closer to destruction? And get it? No, okay. Like, it's ridiculous. It's showing the insanity, right? I got a song too. Oh, you did love the song, right? They got a song too. Jake got a song too. So you get a song. If you sign up for Patreon, you get a song. The fire will cleanse us, will hold strong, we will walk proudly into paradise. These are verbatim from what religious groups say. So I've taken that. Then what I've done is, not only do you do that in the silly accent to kind of say it, because people think you're just saying it for no reason, and there's a reason behind every line in this show. These are lines that are used by extremist religious groups, and you put it in there to be like, let's undermine it. So then when I think of like incel culture, I think of bro podcasts, right? And if I think of bro podcasts, I think of like Joe Rogan, and I think of Kill Tony and all these things that, right? And what I thought was really interesting is I watched a Kill Tony, or like I watched a few minutes of it, and one of the adverts was for an erectile dysfunction pill, and I thought that's hilarious. You're literally a channel that's built on roasting. Like, you want your comics to roast, that's why it's 1 minute, and the reason it's roasting is because in 1 minute you need to grab people's attention, and to grab people's attention, to lock it in, you say the most horrendous thing that you could possibly think of, so people go, because we've all got the attention spans of fucking whatever it is. And so I was like, oh, that's really fascinating that his advert is for erectile dysfunction. So what I thought I would do is, that the most horrible things that the head of the incel committee is saying, is I would make him do an advert. So it goes. The fires will cleanse us. We hold faithful, my brothers will hold strong, for we will walk proudly into paradise through the flames of a burning abyss. But first, a word from our sponsor. Trouble with your Roman pillar? Is your soldier floppy? Swap soft penis for soft drink with new Colosseum strength, guaranteed to make your little weapon harder than your steel sword. Find this on the 4th cave on the right. May cause a death. And I parodied it. Right. So that's just some insight into the show. If you know anybody in LA that would enjoy it, please send them along every Tuesday in July. Every Tuesday in July. This is the show that I'm trying to get off the ground. I don't have an agent, I don't have a manager, I don't have a producer, I don't have a director, I don't have a team, I don't have a rich dad, I don't have a rich mum, I don't have anybody to fall back on. I just have this idea that I'm committing my life to get it off the ground. I am concerned that the effort it is taking to try and get this off the ground is coming at too high of a cost, which is my feeling, which is my nervous system. I'm concerned because I love this show so much that the reason I'm here and now is because it's kind of the time and the place for it. But I'm also concerned that this is costing a lot, and I'm only a human being, only capable of so much. And I'm really, really, really considering leaving here as soon as possible and just going to live on a farm somewhere, because I don't know how much longer I can sustain this, and I don't want to. I want it to be easier. I want it to be less of a struggle, and there's no reason for me to be here apart from the dream. So that's where we're at. The cow on a farm can wait till August. Yeah, it can. But then what do I do with it? So I need your support. I need your help. Support me on here. Support these live streams. I'm here Monday to Thursday doing live streams here on TikTok. Support me on Patreon if you're not already. Patreon.com/Louisa Milan. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. Somebody gave me a tenner yesterday on the live stream. They watched the catch up on YouTube, so I'm sharing it on YouTube as well. So thank you to my YouTubers watching it. We're all trying to navigate life. We're all trying to navigate what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I'm sure there'll be people on here that will be judging. And I don't know why I have this horrible feeling. I've got paranoid that people are hating or like watching hatefully. And I think it's because a couple of times there's been like a report where it's come up that it's been restricted because I'm nude, even though I'm not. And I had a stalker that's, and just know that everything's being documented. They have been reported to the police. They're using fake accounts. Everything is documented. They can find out who's watching all of this stuff. So that's, just be aware of that. And I want to be mindful to plug in to the love and plug in to people that are rooting for me and people that are supporting for me and people that want me to, that see what I'm trying to do and are excited by it. And I hope that by you seeing me trying to do this and what I'm going for, I hope that encourages you in your own life to be brave. I hope that encourages you in your own life to do the hard thing. I hope it encourages you to go, fuck it, I'll try it. I hope it encourages you to go, I'm not afraid to fail, and even if I fail, at least I fucking tried. I hope it encourages you to go the route we go, I'm going to treat this with love rather than with shit, even though what I really want to do is fucking, you know, cry right now. I'm just going to fucking hold space and come back with kindness. I hope it encourages you to do that. And I hope it encourages you to take all that stress and all this shit and all this thing and put it into your gift, whatever your gift is. My gift is comedy, believe it or not. So I'm putting everything I feel into that show. That's my reflection on the world. Even though you can see this online and be like, oh, I can see a reflection on the world. Okay. It's been encouraging. Here's what's encouraging, that I am getting the same names come up on my feed every day. I met a Bernese on my dog tonight. It felt like it was a sign to become a patron. Kelly, that is a sign. The Bernese mountain dogs are talking to each other. I just saw your gym story. It is encouraging that I've been getting 30 views a day on this. And if you remember at the beginning of the week, I was like, I bet I look like a fucking idiot. I am somebody that's got critically acclaimed comedian shows. Like, I've sold 825 seats before. And I'm playing to 35 people at 42. What am I doing? Like, I feel gross. I feel yucky. I feel like this is beneath me. And one of you lot messaged me and said, imagine it's a new material night and you had 30 people show up. And then I thought, 30 people as an army is a really good fucking start. 30 people consistently showing up at me like, hey, we're here for you, we got you. Because if I can do this here and speak for an hour at a time with no response and entertain people for an hour, imagine when I get back in a live room. We ride at dawn. And you've been my friends here. You're not my friends, I'm not your friend, I don't know you, I know I don't know you, I get it. But my point is, you've been my companion when I am on my own in a foreign country. I don't know anybody. It is scary. And I kind of think, well, maybe if I just keep showing up. I don't know if this will work. I don't know if it is working. I find this content interesting. I like having these conversations. I want to be like a James O'Brien, but for bedtime. Okay? Like a funny James O'Brien. That's I was going to say not a twat, not that he's a twat, but like sometimes, like I love James O'Brien, like I'm really into him, like I love him. The only thing that annoys me about him is that he sometimes comes to the party too late, and you're like, James, you're a little bit too like, I don't know, not snobby sometimes, but sometimes I think snobby, because I'm like, James, people have been saying this for ages and you've not been listening. Like, maybe listen to others. And I know he thinks of himself as very liberal and stuff, and he is, but sometimes I'm like, mate, you're a bit, come on now. And I don't think he means to be. Like he is a posh boy, isn't he? Like, but I also like love him. So this is not a slight on James O'Brien. I love James O'Brien. And also because he's very intelligent, he speaks very eloquently, intelligently. Sometimes he shuts things down. I'm like, James, just that's not what they're trying to say. And you're, I don't know. Anyway, even if you don't make it in LA, doesn't mean you won't make it anywhere else. Watch the podcast James do with Paloma Faith. Very eye-opening who he is. James would probably agree with you. Lol, you're my favourite nighttime radio show. Thank you. I like doing it. Oh, we're at 46,000 likes, guys. So show up who you are with realness, with a double cleansed face, or at least show up with loads of makeup. Show up however you want. What I'm saying is, don't be afraid to show up authentically because you're like, I should look like this. Says who? Says who? I've not gone up a single Patreon member. That's a lie. I've gone up a Patreon member. Guys. Kelly. So if you sign up for the year, you get a discount. If you sign up for the year, you get a discount because So you can sign up for a whole year. So some people sign up for a whole year, which is very, very cool. I love that. I'm always scared to show my old lady face. Why? Don't. Kelly needs a song. Kelly's about to get a song, actually. Okay. Thank you, Jekyll and Hyde. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for the gifts on here. I know some of you give likes on here, and I think sometimes it's money, because I looked in my account, in my TikTok studio account, and I think from my recent views, I've got like $180 owed to me, which is amazing, because that's how much it costs for Bernie's food a month. Slightly more, but we'll work it out. Okay, Kelly needs a song. Okay. Kelly saw a mountain dog when she was walking down the street. She said, "Hey there, hang on, I know that face. It looks familiar to me." She said, "That's not a normal doggy. That's an angel sent from above. Oh, wow, I feel love like a fountain. I've just seen a Bernie's mountain. Wow, 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 this is turning me on. It reminds me to join Louise's Patreon." Kelly, she joined the Patreon family. This is such a jam. I love you lot. That's amazing. Kelly, you're welcome. This is my song for you. You see? That's what you get. Signing up for me. Signing up. £10.80, baby. I love it. Love to see it. Thank you. Take my money out now. Tell you how many patrons are... how many Patreon members? I remember we were less than 50. I know you'll make this happen. Kelly, show the Patreon family. Positive vibes. I haven't told you to fuck off in a while. I can't even tell you to fuck off a positive vibe because I'm too sad. That's how you know I'm depressed. I can't even tell you to fuck off. Let's have a look how many patrons. I went up 8 yesterday, but what happens is you go up some and you lose some. So like yesterday, for example, there was a woman on here that joined, and she got a song, and then she immediately cancelled. And I was like, well, that's not fair. And then you have to, I was like, well, don't tell everybody that. You can't complain about that. I was like, I'm not complaining about it, but like I give you a song and then you ask for like an immediate refund. You are undoubtedly one of the most joyful humans I've come across online. Thank you. Aaron, I'm really not joyful. I don't know why you're saying that. I'm not joyful. I think these live streams are horrible, and I don't know if they're too depressing for people. Can I have some honest feedback? And don't be like, listen, this is the other thing, right? I follow a content creator that's banned their comments, and then there's hate accounts set up, and it's made me paranoid that I'm like, oh my god, is that what people think about me? Like, thingy. And I'm like, no, because they'll tell you if they hate you. And I think the thing is to be open to let people tell you if they don't like something. I've signed up for the year. I love it. That's how you get a free song. I know. Wait till the tears come, Aaron. Exactly. Will tell it, right? I'm on. So my goal is to get to 600. Oh, somebody's upgraded. Okay, my where's the right page? Hang on, where does it tell me? It does tell me. 1 second. 538 538 patron members. 538. Is there a world where this does really well, and this is worth continuing with, and I get to the point that I have live streams Monday to Thursday, and I make this my own show, and I can do this anywhere in the world, and we build a community on here that enables me to live anywhere in the world and to put on shows anywhere and everywhere? But this is makes enough money to cover everything, more than pay my rent. Is there a world where I could be making 10-15 grand a month online because of this? Is that possible, or is this the wrong way to do it? Because I know it's not a TV show yet, and I tried to set up an OBS studio to make it so you guys can see all the comments and things. So I share this, I filmed this, Gareth, if you don't, I filmed this on here, and I filmed this on my camera, and I post on my YouTube. And it's weird because on the YouTube, like 50 people are watching it, which is weird. That's low numbers, but also like it's weird that people but I'm grateful. Trial and error. Is that what we do? Do we just do trial and error? Do I not get too excited and just do trial and error? If it's generating an income, this is not generating any income for now. What this does is it builds, I think, maybe on YouTube people make money from brands, add sponsorship content, right? So that's from growing your audience. I think what this does is gives me an opportunity to converse and have a chat. I would like to say yes, but there's lots of TikTok creators, so it's saturated. Your show will be a hit, so that's a double negative positive. We love the journey, we stick because you know it will have an epic ending when the show goes mega. Oh, I thought because $180 in gifts. Oh, sorry, Blondie. No, so the $180 is because I've been doing live streams. Then they push out my videos, and my videos, when they get watched lots of times, I get money from them. And then sometimes people give gifts on here, and the gifts are like, they're like 0.2p or something. Like when you give gifts on here, it's like 0, it's like 5p or 2p or whatever. So it does add up. I think. I don't know. But it's about building the community, right? I really think this show will be something one day. I just hope I'm here to see it. Can you have chats with other comedians on here? See, that's the thing I should be doing, is growing it like a chat show and having like things and talking to other people. That's what I should be doing. Can I be honest with you right now? I don't want to. I don't want to talk to anybody but you. I'm trying what I can, and this is all I can right now. I don't want to talk to anybody else. That's why I've never liked doing podcasts. Like, it's different when you have a guest and you plan it and you're in the headspace for it, you have the energy for it. This is different. This is very much an intimate conversation with you directly, which I like. I know the cool thing to do is what you do is you get like famous comedians and you do, and then use their audience. I'm not good at playing the game. It's good to have that boundary with yourself. Only take on what you can. Thank you. You've got to keep your head in a space that's safe for you. Thank you. And like this is, I feel like all of us, many of us, everything's chaotic and we're doing the best we can. And I'm just doing the best I can. And I know there'll be criticism, and I know there'll be like, well, you should be doing this, and why aren't you doing this, why aren't you doing it? And I'm like, fuck off and leave me alone. You try and do what I do, and then fucking talk to me. Okay? Until then, fuck off. Fuck off. Would you ever have other comics to read the show with you or premium content? No, because what I want is the show to be on Broadway, and then I want Whoopi Goldberg to play God, and I want Dolly Parton to play God, and I want Dawn French to play God. I want Caroline Ray to play God. That's what I want. What I want is to get the show to the point that you come to see the musical and you're like, who's going to play God? And you don't know who's going to play God, but like every week we have a different thingy. That's what I want. Right? That's what I want. Jennifer Saunders, I don't know actually. I don't know who she could play, but that's what I'd like. I'd like the musical to be a hit. There's like a guest God, so you have a guest God, and then I want you to come and have a ticket and come and see it. And then everyone that's been on here and a Patreon member from day one, you guys get like the first VIP treatment. There are loads of different goddesses, so that works. Exactly, it's a guest God. We have a guest God. A guest God. I did film a content video which I'd like to share with you, but I don't know when, because I don't know how funny. It's not particularly funny, but like I tried it, and it's an obvious idea. But you know those 73 questions, Vogue 73 questions. We have time for one more song. I did Vogue 73 questions as God. Julie Walters, yes mate. But also, what's that other Julia? What's that really funny Julia? What's her name? Julie. Oh, she's a white woman. Comedy, plays deadpan, plays the nurse. Oh, what's her name? Is it Davis? Julia Davis? Is that it? Is it Julia Davis? Come on. Maybe you're probably right. The one, yeah, Davis, the one that plays like the really awkward, like is she Welsh or like talks like that, like Bristolian, like her. Julia Davis, it is Julia. Her. I would love her to play. No, I would love her to play Paul. I would love her to play Paul. That would be amazing. Cornish, is it Cornish? Okay, we have a new Patreon member. Oh wow, what a beautiful name. Saint May. Saint May. Have you done Mary Does a Live Stream yet? No, but that's a good idea. Saint May. Okay, Saint May needs a song. Okay, what's a good song for Saint May? Okay, I need a song. Hang on. Saint May. I can see a halo, 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 halo. Remember those walls I built? Being really sad that I'm doing lives. I was feeling really depressed and bitter because I'm better in real life. Remember how sad I was, that I was like, this is all beneath me. What's the fucking point? What are you doing with your life? It's like I've been awakened. Every live I do a patron joins me on my page, and I grow every day. And now when I'm feeling sad, you've turned that frown upside down. And now I'm gonna smile because she's joined my crew. I can feel your halo, 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 Saint May, halo, 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 Saint May, halo. Saint May, I feel like you've got the worst song. And no, that was really bad. And I need to do a better one. Saint May, May. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. Say May I didn't treat you. I wasn't appreciative of the lives. I know there were things I said and done, and I slagged you all off on my live stream and was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why are you bitches even here? I don't even want to be here. Fucking wasting my fucking goddamn time, and I got really upset. But you have always been so kind. You have always been so kind. The only reason I can dream is because of you. You are my team. And every time I feel sad and alone, I look every day and my Patreon grows. And one day this musical will be a hit, and everyone will be like, how the fuck she do it? And they'll look back and they'll watch these videos and they'll be like, captured in history was the misery. And she climbed and climbed so hard, and every day she did this part, and we show up every day, day after day, willing to try, willing to fail. One day we don't know where we'll be. At least we can say, we did me authentically. And everybody will look through the lens and they'll go, what's on her face? And the comments will be like, she was doing a double cleanse. Every Tuesday in July. Every Tuesday in July. The breathlessness is cracking me up. I am very fit, actually. That reminds me of another joke. I used to do a joke where we did me authentically. Thank you. That's a good callback. I'm so glad you guys pay attention. I actually do another joke, and it's one of my favourite jokes and what Beyonce did, because there's loads of jokes what we, but it's the little side jokes that are my favourite. Like the main jokes is like I bore off. Like it's the little side jokes that are my favourite. So one of my favourite jokes is what on me? You have a biscuit. That was so good. You could have the whole pack. That's one of my favourite jokes. But another favourite joke in Beyonce is when I do Run the World, and I do the dance, right? I do it really well for somebody that's not a trained dancer. And then afterwards I'm really out of breath, and it takes me a minute to catch my breath to get the next line. But initially I was embarrassed because I was like, oh, you're so unfit that you're out of breath that you can't get to the next line after doing a dance for 20 seconds. And so instead, comedy, you utilize it. So anything that you do, you put in. So then when I was out of breath, I was like, well, let's make this a point. So then I'd make myself purposely like more out of breath. So I'd look really out of breath, because actually I was less breath, but I made it look like more out of breath. Are you the one who did a bit about loving your tummy? Oh my God, my thighs are touching each other. My thighs, see this, see this, see this, see this. I love this. Look, I can't even grab anything. That's how good I'm doing at the gym. I love this. Do you know what this means? Do you know what this means? This means I got for dinner with friends. That's what this means. Yes, that is me. Anyway, you helped me so much. Good. Return the favour. Sign up to my Patreon. It's a joke. I'm really doing really well. Oh, you followed me. That was a good one. Welcome. The point is, I forgot my point. The point is, oh yeah, so you'd go more out of breath, so then you'd act more out of breath, and then when you go more out of breath, actually this is really cool, you get, guys, this is really cool, actually isn't this kind of special? I'm like shitting on it, but isn't this kind of special that you get like a one-on-one with like your favourite comedian? Isn't that kind of nice? Our little gang. Yeah, kind of nice, isn't it? Kind of nice, isn't it? You get like who else does? You don't see fucking Greg Davies doing this shit, do you? Oh, now he will. So then I used to, please sir, Jesus Oliver. Yes, Jesus. Please sir, can I just have one more Patreon member? As long as it's not the start of a cult. Kelly, it is a cult. It's very cult. Actually, we're on 64,000 likes. I don't think I've ever got 64,000 likes. I don't think I've ever. Is there commentaries on stand-up DVDs my favourite thing? Yes, this is it. Anyway, let me finish the story and then I can go because I've done way over my time. Join my club. I don't know what that means. Like this live stream if you like this live stream. If you enjoyed this live stream, like it. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, being out of breath, right? And it's a cult with Octo-Willies. Join my fan club. I don't know what that means. How do you do that? Join my fan club, by the way. Like, I don't know what that means and how you get it. I don't know what that means. Anyway, so I'd be more out of breath. Ugh, I've ruined the joke now. It's taken too long to get there. This has taken far too long to explain a joke. I'm on 65,000 likes. Woo, this is exciting. So before I'd pretend not to be out of breath and just carry on with the show, but it was so obvious that I was out of breath. So instead what I would do is I would bring the out of breathness into the show and I'd be like, and I'd be like, see, and the show was called What Beyonce Do, and I was linking myself to how I'm like Beyonce, and so I'd be like, now Beyonce goes to the gym, but I like to be real with you bitches, because I never want you lot to feel like, oh, she's so unattainable, just like you, bitch, just like you. And then I'd drink my Coke with a straw. Oh, that was like so fucking succulent. That was such a succulent bit. I'd drink my Coke and Ribena with a straw. I used to always drink that Coke and Ribena. Your joke about sweat after sitting down is my favourite. I don't have a joke about sweat. Is that me? 66,000.8. Okay, now I have to stay here till we get to 70. And then I can go. In politics for bitches. Sweat. I joke about sitting down and sweat. Oh, you're talking about when I got on my knees in politics for bitches. Yeah. The orgasm poem. That wasn't a joke. That was an ad lib. That's why I was like, what? That was an ad lib. So in politics for bitches, I had a mini skirt on, mini dress, and I oiled my legs as for the show, right? Because I wanted to look nice. And there's a moment where I'm sad, like as I talk about a sad bit, right? And I sit down and I kneel down to talk to the audience. It felt like the right time, so I kneeled down, talked to them. And as I got up, there was 2 lines of sweat, but there looked like there was a third because of the shadow. So I was like, I don't know what a third line of sweat's doing there. But it wasn't sweat, it was body oil. So that's what that was. I promised you an orgasm prayer. Now I have to be honest with you. I did not write this. This is from Chat GBT, okay? I was putting some information into Chat GBT and I was like, if you were leading a congregation, how would you use this? And it came up with my favourite fucking thing. Okay? So some of it's my words, some of it is my words because it's I was like, here's some phrases. But then it came up with this that I just was like, this is the fucking best thing I've ever heard. I feel like I should save this for Patreon members. I feel like we should go to another room now and you come with me to another room and we do it. Are you okay, Bernie? 70,000 likes. Well, we'll celebrate 70,000 likes. And also, like, Chat GBT wrote it, so then put it on Patreon and get their memberships, baby. Should I put it on Patreon? Okay, I'll put it on Patreon. Okay, I will do that. Okay, I will give. I think most of us on Patreon. Look at Escape trying to get on here. I can't help it. You're an inspiration to Saul Louisa. Thank you. No, I can't help being a poor single mummy. Well, right, okay. I'll put it on Patreon as well. My beloveds, gather close. For today we speak not of shame, but of sacredness. Let us celebrate the gift woven into the very fabric of our being, the female orgasm. This is not merely a fleeting sensation or physical release. It is a cosmic event, a spark of creation, a gateway to divine energy. In the beginning, the female body was crafted with care, adorned with an intricate network of pleasure that serves no other purpose than joy. The clitoris, the only role to bring delight, stands as testament to the Creator's insistence that women know ecstasy. This is intentional, it is holy. When you embrace yourself, when you embrace this pleasure, you do not merely touch yourself, you touch the stars, the earth, and the ancient wisdom of women, women that came before you. Sorry for sneezing in my orgasm prayer. Is that a sign? What does that mean? I think that means something. You awaken the energy that has birthed nations, healed wounds, and moved mountains. So I say unto you, cherish it, seek it, share it, honor it. And let orgasms be your prayers whispered into the universe. For in this, you not only reclaim yourself, you reclaim a piece of humanity's soul. But let all who hear this knows, if the world cannot fully heal until women are free to embrace the fullness of their pleasure, their power, and their truth. For when women rise in ecstasy, the world rises with them. So that's an orgasm prayer. However, in my show, I've written my own kind of orgasm prayer, and I don't want to share it with you because it's very much part of the show, and it's really quite epic. So if you like that, you'll like God is a Woman musical. If you like that, you'll love this. That's Chat's writing, this is my writing, and I very much want to protect what I write. So I've shared with you what, and then that's just so you know, okay, that you can't Chat GBT this show, okay? But I do love Chat GBT. I like it for editing all my grammar and spelling mistakes when I send emails. It's very helpful. Anyway, hope you like that. Okay, I want to read you my orgasm prayer. But no, I can't. Anyway, thank you for being here. 73,000 likes. That's crazy. That's the most likes I've ever had in a live stream. So this has been a good week, right? We've had a good week of talking, good week of conversation. I'll be back on Monday. Make sure you're setting don't share in Chat GBT. I haven't put any of my work into Chat GBT because I'm like, I don't want it to take it and steal it. Like, I don't want it to take it. Like, I think I did share, like, I think I shared a few pages once, and I shared it, and I was like, fuck, I don't want you to have access to it. Like, I don't want you to have access. So, like, I took it back. So many times I'm like, just put the whole script in there, see what it thinks. And I'm like, no, protect. Like, I refuse to. Because it makes me too, I don't want to put it out anywhere. I'm being very careful with this script. It's very much a, whatever, me script. Anyway. I'm careful with how much I share of it online, everywhere else. Anyway, shut up. You don't need to keep talking, okay? We can go now. Yeah? Okay. 74.9. Come on. Thank you for this time. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for showing up this week. Thank you, all of you, for being here this week. Jilly and Sarah and Jekyll and Hyde and William and User and all of you, and ECAP, there she is, and all of you that have showed up this week, and Xbox and Selma, and all of you that show up every day. Like, I really appreciate you being here and keeping me company. It's very cool of you. And the names that I missed, just know that you're seen. And Andrea, Alex, Scottish Vibes, Kat, all of you, just thank you so much for keeping me company. I really appreciate it. Why do you take so long to say goodbye? And St. May. I love St. May. And Ginny, I'm fucking forgetting everybody. You, okay? I mean you. And also on my YouTube, the people that comment and stuff and everything, you guys are legends too. Goodbye, okay? We don't need to make it so long-winded. Okay. You talk to yourself as if I were your mum. You talk to yourself as if I were your mum. I do the same. What? I don't know what that means. I can't go until I know what that means because I don't know. I don't need to know. It's fine. You don't need to know. Goodbye is what I mean. Okay? Can you just clarify what you meant? It's like saying goodbye to my mum. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I see. When you're like, yeah, I'm going to go now. Yeah, okay, bye then. Yeah, okay, bye then. I know. ADHD. Oh, it sounds like a thing a mum says. I want to be a mum. Excuse me. What do you think I am, mummy? Sorry, Bernie. Okay. Bye, everyone. See you later. Come on, Bernie. I think you're too hot. I think we need to cool you down, monkey sausage. Hey?